was kind of lazy on my part. Mary, good to see you.
You too.
How is your fall week starting off?
It's okay. It's our, you know
It's
what,
false
for Monday,
far.
it's okay.
It's false fall.
yeah.
It'll be 100 degrees in a couple of weeks again. No. Let's hope for the best.
You know what?
Yeah.
This weather is so beautiful. Oh my gosh.
I don't want to work today. I was telling everybody upstairs. John doesn't want to hear this, I'm sure, but I was telling everybody upstairs. I said, if I was in charge, I would say, because we're in media, so we can have more fun than most offices.
Right.
Do what you can at home today.
Yeah.
Enjoy the weather.
Yep.
Sit on your deck.
It's beautiful.
CJ, drink 7 beers. No, but that's okay. We're all here.
Yeah.
And really, Mary, take me through the latest from Hayner Library. Sure. What's coming down the pipeline?
We've got a few more days for patrons to donate crayons. So for those who don't know, we're doing a National Crayon Donation Month. So you can stop by the library if you have a bunch of crayons at your house, which we've had a ton of donations. So apparently Alton's full of crayons. So if you want to drop those off at the library, we'll collect them. And then at the end of the month, the last day to donate is August 30th. We'll be donating those to RiverBend Head Start. So it's going to be new crayons, old crayons, whatever you want. We have that happening. We've got a couple of other programs coming up. I don't know if you... Okay.
Yeah, fill me in.
So we've got another Alzheimer's Association education workshop. So we've been partnering with the Alzheimer's Association for different workshops. And one of them coming up on September 18th is managing money, but this is for caregivers. So this is for those dealing with loved ones or friends who have Alzheimer's, dementia, some kind of memory loss. This is going to be at our Alton Square Library from 6 to 7:30 p.m. on Thursday, September 18th. And you can come, and they'll have the Alzheimer's Association will have someone in there talking about how to put financial plans in place. So tips for learning how to manage someone else's finances, how to prepare for future care costs, and the benefits of early planning, because that can really, as most people know who've had to deal with that can be a serious strain and drain.
Well, and that's really so important because, we talked about this before. There's so many people that go through that, and you feel like you're on an island, and really to have a group around you to talk through is really important.
Yeah. And then on Tuesday, tomorrow actually, our next cookbook book club meets. And so we are doing cookbook selections from the Cookbook for Kids, the Better Homes and Gardens new junior cookbook, and the Rachel Ray Yummo family cookbook.
That'll be fun.
We're trying to do a family cookbook club this time. So you still have time. You can stop by the Alton Square Library, take a look at those 3 cookbooks that we have on display at the desk. You choose a selection from there, and we make a copy of the recipe. Then you bring the recipe and your actual recipe that you've made to the library tomorrow from 6 to 7:30 at the mall library, and we have kind of a potluck of all the people that are participating, what they made, and then you can talk about cooking tips, tricks,
Is that pretty full?
It is, yeah. We get a lot of people that participate that. And then
do you ever get somebody that comes in with store-bought and no one notices?
No, not that we know of. Not that we know of. Although one time a lady came upstairs. This program takes place downstairs in the library, but at the same time we were having a program upstairs at the mall library, and she came in carrying this tray of, I don't know what it was, but it smelled so good. And she's like, I'm here for the cookbook book club. And I was like, well, it's downstairs, but if you want to drop some of that off,
you go
here,
ahead
you
and
can.
just dump it. You know,
smelled good. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that you're doing that though. That's a really cool opportunity for folks.
Patrons really like it. It's been popular, and they've had a good time. And honestly, we've had some people that are new cooks, and we have people that are seasoned cooks, and seeing the two of them interact has been, types of people has been really fun.
Who was that one lady on PBS that cooked forever? She was the older lady, but she cooked for like
Julia Child.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Julia Child. Yeah.
Because I saw some video of her crying over some cake the other day. She was.
You know what? She was so great because she was just like, it happens. You flip something over, it falls on the counter, it happens. Scoop it up, and people.
It's like America's grandma, right there.
Right, exactly. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, and one thing I was going to point out for tomorrow, we actually have a network going down. So if you,
I saw that on your site.
Yeah, if you need any kind of, so tomorrow from 11 o'clock until we're not sure how long this could take. It could take several hours. The phones will be down at the Alton Square Library. So if you need to get a hold of the library, you can call the downtown library or the genealogy library. But also if you are planning on coming to the library tomorrow to print or to use the computers or do something like that actually at the library, fax, scan, all that stuff, it's going to be down. So you'll want to come to the downtown library or the genealogy and local history library, because we'll be able to help you there. But the network switches are being changed over at the Alton Square location. So that's from 11 till we don't know, but we'll post online and on our social media accounts when we're up and running again. So just a heads up for tomorrow at the mall library. So
that's really good to know too.
Yeah, it is, because we don't want people to make a trip all the way out to the mall, walk into the mall, and then find out, sorry, we can't help you. But all of our online applications should be be good to go. So our website should stay up. I say should because, when it comes to tech, you hope so. But our website, ebooks, databases, all that kind of stuff should be up. So,
that's really good.
Yeah.
Well, and also coming up on the 20th, is that Friday, the 29th?
Think so?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, good. Yeah.
You have this really cool thing called Teen Expressive Art.
Yeah. So that's for the teens, obviously. So we have our teen programming. Megan Dees has been doing such a great job with the teens. And one of the things that we've asked them is, what kind of programming do you want to do? What kind of things you want to see in the library? And they're really creative. They really like being able to make things come in, whether that's art, whether that's knitting, for hats, gloves, scarves, that kind of thing for the Nearly New shop, that kind of thing. They love doing that. And so one of the things they said they wanted to do was an art project. So on Friday from 4 to 5 p.m., now that school's in session, we're back to after school hours. From 4 to 5 p.m., teens can come into the mall library upstairs in our teen room, and they can work on an art project. So
wow, I like that though, because it really seems like your teen program is doing really. How would your summer reading end up?
Summer reading was great. We had a ton of kids participate, and I'm actually I'm getting all the numbers together right now. I just finished up. Hopefully next time I'm on, I'll have some numbers for you for all of our participation from last year, whether it was adults, teens, kids, all of that. But cool. Yeah, we had a really good turnout this summer. We were really happy with it. So yeah. And speaking of the teens, we have a duck costume contest coming up. So starting on Tuesday, September 2nd, so next Tuesday, teens can stop by the library. The mall library. They can pick up a little duck. We'll have not real, little fake duck, and you can decorate your duck.
Oh, okay.
And
I thought you dress up
like a duck. No, people have asked us about this. So you stop by the library, you pick up your duck, you decorate it, and then we will have it out throughout the entire month of October. All the ducks that we get, we're going to have people will be able to vote on their favorite duck, and then that winner will be announced in November. So
that's really
you
cool.
have the month of September to pick it up and decorate it. The month of October is when we'll be voting, and then we'll let people know the winner in November. So,
and just note, the library will be closed on Monday.
We will be for Labor Day. Oh, thank you. Sunday and Monday, actually.
Oh, so, actually, really good point to make. And then wanted to bring up a couple of other things too. What is this Mick Vickar, the Trickster?
Oh, McVicker the Trickster. So I
gave it too much flair.
That's okay. So for those of you who love magic, and I love magic.
Magic's fun.
It is fun. I because I am.
I had a magic mouse in here before.
Oh. Do you still have that? That's the thing I am most scared of.
It was held in captivity.
Oh,
okay. It was a captive mouse.
Okay. I was like, I'm going to feed her up off the ground.
No, I got one today, though. I had a cockroach fall from the ceiling.
Oh, I can handle bugs. It's mice.
See,
mice are the things that I'm most scared of.
I'm ready to jump out of this building right now.
I'm the same way with a mouse. So that's why I was like, wait, let's elaborate on that for just a second. So, no, on Tuesday, September 9th, so 2 weeks from tomorrow, we have Josh McVicker, who is just a fantastic magician. Mm-hmm. He's coming, and he's going to have a magic routine that is actually, it's for the whole family. So you can bring the kids, you can bring grandma, you can bring grandpa, and have a good time at the library. That is from 6 to 7 o'clock at the Alton Square Mall Performance Room. And he has performed at all kinds of different places. He is in the Midwest. He's worked at Red Robin, Six Flags Mid-America, St. Louis College of Pharmacy, Lake Forest University. He's gone to all of these.
That's cool.
I think all 50 states he's performed in. So he's very, very good. So, and he's kind of a jokey, kind of kind of comedian.
He's a trickster.
He's a comedian magician. So, nice. Yeah.
Also, on the 10th, the following day, is 6 to 8 p.m. Family Album and Trilogy. This is cool. 2 films by Gene King and Ann Morrissey Davidson.
Yeah, yep. So we have Gene King, who's an Altonian, and she actually happens to live near me. She is the story. It's her family's story, but Gene is a composer, and so she writes beautiful music, and she has written a new book, and she has put this whole performance to song and dance. It's telling her story, her family story, in 4 parts: our ancestors, our immediate family, our generation, and our next generation. And so she composed they created a film. She composed the music for it, and they're going to be bringing it to the library, and they're going to have it on September 10th at 6 p.m. at the Genealogy and Local History Library. So if you like song, if you like dance, you'll want to come to this, because everything that was composed by Gene. So it'll be performed at the library.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and also, I mean, you guys have a ton of great events coming up. And then one thing I want to point out is Sacred Spaces of Care has a really great event scheduled for September Is that the 11th, I believe?
September 11th, yeah.
And that's going to be about substance use and recovery, and they're a great group. And now they've met a couple of times with you guys.
We have a partnership with them, Sacred Spaces of Care, along with the Metro East Recovery Council. And so we have had one in July, one in September, and then we have one planned for November. And they're at 6 o'clock. They take place at the Genealogy and Local History Library. And so Sacred Spaces of Care and Metro East Recovery Council will come. They'll have someone on hand to talk about substance use, substance abuse, and recovery. And so they're judgment-free sessions, open to anyone. So whether you are dealing with it, whether maybe you have a family member that you're dealing with, or a loved one that's going through that, you can come. They'll talk to you about the recovery process, resources that are available, and try to get you the help that you might need. So
absolutely. Do you have a moment to take a quick break with me?
Absolutely.
So before we take a quick break, we do have an update on the national story we are following, and that's the key points on this new executive order to eliminate cash bail that just came in a moment ago. This is going to be federal. The order argues that cashless bail is dangerous, but also here's what the policy is. Within the next 30 days, the Attorney General is going to compile a list of states and cities with cashless bail policies covering crimes like violent offenses and more. The list will guide where consequences fall. Now, here's where it's important on this executive order. Federal agencies are going to review funding, grants, and contracts going to those jurisdictions, and some of that money may be cut off or suspended depending on where they see fit. So that's an update out of Washington. We'll keep you updated through our AP feed. We'll take a quick break and come back with the Hayner Library next.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and it will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. jealousy.
10:45. Man, a lot of news going on today. It's always when you're on the show. Have you noticed that?
I have noticed that there's just a lot going on
Well,
in general.
normally
so.
I don't interrupt anyone else, but
Yeah,
it's you always
yeah,
get the
well,
break, like
Monday morning,
the
maybe.
important
I don't know.
news.
Maybe it's a
there's a
Mondays.
guy on one of the networks. He's on at 3, and every time his show comes on the air, they kick him off because they got to like go to Washington or something. He's like, well, okay, my whole show will be tomorrow. So
I know. I've noticed that weather events always happen between 4:30 and 5 when Jeopardy is on because I tape Jeopardy and God, I sound old. Tape. I record on my DVR Jeopardy, and then I watch it, and it's always like some tornado comes through, and I'm like, oh, right during
they
Jeopardy.
loved it at KTRS because Mizzou played. They covered the Mizzou game, so the afternoon drive show loved it because they were off like a half hour, an hour early.
Right.
I don't know how that works in national. I feel like you have to stay.
Do you?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you're paid the big bucks.
That's right. That's
and
right.
I'm not.
So.
And so, what about this? This is an Illinois Libraries series, but it's Finding the Clues. This is really cool. Then and Now with Steve Burns.
Steve Burns. Yeah. So Steve Burns, for anybody who is interested, there's 2 ways I know Steve Burns. I have my youngest sister is a lot younger than I am. And she was a Blues Clues kid. I was not a Blues Clues kid. I was way too old for Blues Clues, but she was. And so I sort of vaguely remember Steve from Blues Clues, but I remember Steve from the Flaming Lips because he's a member. That's the same person. Steve Burns is the singer in the Flaming Lips. He is also Steve from Blues Clues. I know him from the Flaming Lips, but he is actually going to talk. We have this program called Illinois Libraries Presents that we belong to, and it's all the libraries in Illinois that want to participate. We combine our funds together, and we have this consortia called Illinois Libraries Presents, and it allows us, they're all online programs, so you can view them from the comfort of your own home. You can also come to the library during those programs, and we'll get you on a computer and pop in some headphones.
He'd be a great interview.
Yeah, and so that's what it is. It allows us to be able to get nationally known speakers, authors, writers, musicians. We've had Will Shorts who writes the New York Times
Danny
crossword
Trejo
puzzles.
Danny
Trejo was on there, and then they have a lecture series, and so that is something that we belong to, and so he'll be on there.
I think that'd be so cool. And these are why I like the program, because so many times we're just flying through life, and like just to take an hour and do something like this is a really great opportunity for free.
For free. And they're nationally, a lot of them are New York Times bestselling writers. We just had Colson Whitehead, who wrote The Nickel Boys and the Underground Railroad. He's been on there. We've had cooks, New York Times bestselling cooks, cookbook writers. It's just kind of a wide variety. We have them for kids. So we've had cartoonists on. It's just a really fun program. They're only an hour. At Christmas one year, in December, we had the Nutcracker Ballet from the London Ballet was on, so you could watch that. It's a really good program, and like I said, they're all free. You just have to go onto our website and you can register, and then the link will be sent to you, and you can watch it. So.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
well, and honestly, that's what I find fascinating. is the fact that I Googled him while you were talking.
Yeah.
His Instagram handle is Steve Burns Alive. Oh. Because there was many death rumors about him.
Yeah, I think it's like him and like Paul from the Wonder Years. There's like
Macaulay
all these
Culkin was dead 14 times too.
Yeah, exactly. So Steve is alive. Steve is alive,
man,
and
he'll
be performing for the library in September. So yeah.
So that's gonna be really. Now, how do you sign up for that? Is that an online link?
It is an online link. So you just go to our website. You can go into our events calendar and search for Illinois Libraries Presents, and then they'll come up, and you just click on the link. We have the link included in the posting, so it's really easy. You just click on there, register, and then they email you a registration link.
What do we got cooking for October?
October's coming up, so we actually have our newsletter should be out and hitting people's houses, mailboxes. We just sent it to the printer for the editing process. So it takes us about 2 weeks to get that done. Then it takes them about a week or two to actually print them and mail them out. So those should be coming to patrons' mailboxes in late September. And it's going to have a ton of programming. We have our information about, it's actually going to be a huge newsletter. We have so much coming up this fall that I'm really excited about. I can't wait to talk to you about some of it. Still confirming some of it.
That means we get the news.
You do.
I am. I'm going to be a speaker there. I'm just kidding. I'm going to to talk about how to be a public nuisance.
We've got some really fun programs coming up. We've got some really interesting programs coming up. We've got some programs that we've not done before. So we have a lot coming up for the fall. So I definitely want people to make sure they get their newsletters because we've got some really good stuff coming up.
Well, and
fall.
we had such a wet summer. It's going to be a beautiful fall around here.
I hope so.
Oh, man.
I sure hope so. Yeah.
It's really cool. Did you get your Ameren bill yet?
Yeah.
Oh, did you see? I was really nervous, and I was kind of crying, and I went out to the yard to dry heave so my family wouldn't hear me. No. No.
So it's funny you say that because yesterday we walked around turning off the air conditioning, opening up the windows.
We did too.
Last night,
Yep.
Paul's like, should we turn there? I was like, nope. We have given Ameren enough of our money. We are going to just deal with no air conditioning and a fan. So.
I said that my day's going well because my bill this month was cheaper than last. Because last month I was like, Joe, I'm never going to financially recover
from your electric bill. Yeah.
I'm excited for that interview that Corey scored. Did you see that?
No.
Corey Davenport, he got Joe Exotic on an interview.
Really?
I'm excited to hear about that.
So I only know that person exists in the world, but I don't know the details of who that person is.
So we were talking with Lacey, and I didn't know that he was like the Tiger King, and all this crazy. He was an illegal animal trader, is what he was.
Okay.
And he had this rival, Carol Baskin, who allegedly killed her husband. Allegedly. I have to use that in quotes because she might sue to this day. And he went to jail for ton of bad stuff. He's still in jail.
Oh, okay.
That's where they did the interview from. They called him collect call.
Wow.
I wonder who paid that one.
Yeah.
But he's trying to get like Trump to pardon him now, like Joe Exotic is. He's like doing this whole thing.
Okay.
But he was in Alton with one of his shows.
Lacey and I. So that's how I know that he exists in the world because we were talking about this.
Lacey and I were on the show. I'm like, I wonder if Joe Exotic had those tigers, if those were his. And she found out they were.
Yes. I remember him coming to the mall because I think at the time I worked at the mall library when he came in, but I can't remember. I couldn't.
You guys have been at the mall for quite a bit.
We've been at the mall since 1985.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You guys have seen like the life cycle of that place. We've seen the life
cycle of that mall. Yes, we have. And that's a good thing to point out for people that are coming to our mall programs. If you're coming to a program that's upstairs, the escalator still isn't working. So plan accordingly. And the only reason I say that to people is sometimes people will park at JCPenney upstairs and then come into the program, but Penny's closes at 7 and our programs don't finish usually until 7:30. Yep. So you're going to need to be able to get to your car. So we would always recommend people park either at the entrance by Olga's or the entrance where the old Hardee's used to be. It's on the same level. That way you don't have stairs if you can't manage stairs.
If I ever ran for mayor, I would use the mall escalator as my launching platform. I'd come down it and give the speech.
If it works. You might just be at the top.
Can you hear me down there? So what else? Anything else coming down the pipeline?
So we do have a couple of things coming up. The things that we talked about. But the one thing I wanted to bring up to people is we have 2 databases that I think people will really like. The first one is called Learning Express. So you just go on our website. It's HaynerLibrary.org. We have a page that actually has our databases on there. So at the very top, you'll see ebooks, online databases. And we have 2 sections. We have subscription resources and we have just general websites that we think might be helpful to people. Well, this is actually in the very first section, which is online resources, subscription databases. Okay. All of these databases are free.
That's
and with
incredible.
a library card from home, you can get all of these. I think we have a couple dozen of them. They're huge.
Look at this.
But we have one called Learning Express, and it actually, you can go online, you can prep for the ACT, SAT, AP college admissions exams.
Right here.
The GED, there's a GED study guide on there. There is, you can build workplace skills and prepare for the ASVAB, military service careers. And these are all practice tests too. There's also, you can study for graduate school admissions. So the GMAT, the GRE, the LSAT, the PCAT, all of those initial testings, for graduate and postgraduate exams. And also the U.S. citizenship test is on there. Yeah. Teachers can find all kinds of, supplementary instructional resources that are aligned to math, reading, writing, social studies curriculum on there from elementary and middle school teachers. And there's even licensure, testing for, like, if you're real estate exams, that kind of thing. All of that's free. You can get that from home on there as well. So we have that one. And then we have a new one that we just started subscribing to, and it's called Cook Around the World. It's actually called A to Z World Food. So if you're a foodie,
I saw that earlier.
if you're a foodie or you like to cook, you can go on here. It's all kinds of recipes, more than 7,000 traditional recipes from 174 different countries. And there's articles on ingredients and food culture. It's really fantastic. There's cooking videos, food histories, articles on food technology, dietary philosophies, all kinds of stuff on there. So people can do that too.
Well, and just take it because the databases are so cool. I mean,
There's a ton of them.
so many different ones, and that's worth the library card in itself.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
And then also Mango Languages, self-paced learning language.
This one is awesome. This one we just got maybe
That's
like a month ago. So
wow.
Mango, for anybody that wants to, so if people have heard of Rosetta Stone.
Right, that's expensive.
It's very expensive. And Mango Languages is like a competitor of Rosetta Stone, so it's equally as useful as Rosetta Stone. And this one is available for free. There's an app too, so you can download the Mango Languages app, and it's all kinds. So if you're traveling, if you're wanting to learn a new language, if you're in school and you're studying for languages, you can go to Mango Languages and learn a second language or a third language.
It's incredible.
So, yeah.
Anything else for it?
Well, September is library card sign-up month, so everything that we've talked about today, it would behoove you to stop to the library. What are you doing? Yes, stop by the library. If you live in Alton Godfrey or Foster Township, get your free library card, and then everything we've talked about today, you'll be able to access with your card.
You're making me sweat. I got all worked up.
Yeah.
But seriously, I love this. This is your databases, honestly, I need to sign up and get all logged in so one day we can take a stroll through them.
I would love that. I would love that because the databases to me are one of the best resources that we have at the library.
You're right.
And they're the hardest ones to market because they're not super, like, you can't create great flyers for them because they're so densely packed with so much information that's helpful to people.
You're right.
And what I love about them is, yes, we all know Google exists. Yes, we all know the internet exists. But if you've ever Googled something and gotten back an answer, you're like, this is not right. I don't know who this source is. Everything on these databases has been vetted. It's been edited. You can trust the information. It's accurate. It's timely because they're updated every single day. New information is added. So they're really, really helpful.
This is just like a spitball. But have you thought about like going up to like St. Peter's and putting a QR code for your home services directory and with your library?
Yeah, so one of the things that we're trying to do is get businesses involved with the library. Yeah. So if you're a small business and you are hearing what we're talking about, we probably have a database that matches what your clients and your customers want. Mm-hmm. So I would love that. I would love to. Yeah. We have a general flyer that we can bring up to your business, and we've done that. We have a general flyer that we can bring to your business with a QR code on it so people can scan it, take them straight to our website. We can also create a QR code for you for a specific database if you're interested in it. We just have all kinds of different things we can do with small businesses. If you have a waiting room that you're interested in coming, come to give me a call because we actually have a flyer for our children's ebook tumble book collection and dial a story, and we have a QR code for that. So if you have a waiting room and you're looking for something for kids to do while they're waiting, like at the bank or at a doctor's office, something like that, we'll bring a flyer up to you. You just scan the QR code. It takes you straight to the children's databases, and it'll keep them occupied. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we'd love to work with any small business to bring our info to your business. So yeah.
Well, Mary, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
With that being said, we aren't going to talk to Mary on Monday because we're going to take a day off as our laborers fought for. And with that being said, a quick note, we are following that home explosion in North County. There's still very limited updates and details on that, but that's just devastating. And just the explosion felt for about a couple of miles square, and from businesses to neighboring homes, there are several homes that are still on fire after that. What we do have is an update. 3 people were rescued and transported to an area hospital, but they are unknown numbers of victims at this time. And we're going to just keep you updated with what we know. But residents, we once again did feel that large boom, and more pictures from the scene just show you that destruction. Yeah, it's just terrible. We're following this right now from our regional partners, but Dan Brannon on the scene. With that being said, stay tuned to RiverBender.com today. Enjoy your Monday. It's a beautiful one. Enjoy it with your family, and go have a good one. school's back in,
Yeah.
back to normal.
Yep.
See you tomorrow. Until then, try your best to stay out of jail.
He said it would.